He's picking these up again in January. Every month we'll be here. It's for our core team to give y'all an update. It's so great to see familiar faces and new faces. I love that we get to do this. It's like every time more and more people are joining, and I want to say it's a Braintrust family. Maybe it's a holiday spirits getting to me and all the holiday music, but I'm feeling very warm to see your smiling faces. So welcome. I wanted to quickly let you know who will be presenting and talking today on our core team. I'm Shirley Yang. I'm head of community. You probably interface with me either through onboarding or through Slack. We also have our co-founder and CEO, Adam Jackson. We'll be giving an update. Grady Garner from Enterprise Sales Team, Mark Williams from Ops and Product, and Patsy from the talent team. Patsy is a new face on these meetings, but she'll be giving us team updates going forward. She has a direct line of communication with our clients, so she can speak very knowledgeably to existing and upcoming open roles. So without further ado, first up, we have Adam. Adam, would you like to give us a network update?
Absolutely. Hey, everybody. Nice to see this this group just growing larger every month. Lots of awesome new faces. Thanks, everybody, for making time. So really quickly here, couple of updates. And, I didn't know my partner, Gabe, was going to be on the call. These are, most of these really are his updates. With his group kind of running point on these things, but I'll run through them quickly. And Gabe, if I miss anything, just jump in for me. So Gabe and his team are working on a pretty thorough brand refresh for Braintrust, which will be updating our website, which we use to, mostly to attract new clients to the platform and explain how our differentiated business model works here with the token. And a lot of those brand updates will flow through to the product as well. So you'll be seeing improvements there on the core platform that you all interface with. Quick note, we'll be on this core team here at Braintrust will be on a holiday from December 24th to January 1st, but we will still be here kind of running a skeleton crew. If there's any questions or if anyone needs help with anything, hit us on the usual channels. It's not like, we all have big travel plans or anything like that. And then I wanted to share a few quotes that from clients that so we're going through a case study process with Harvard Business School that Gabe and I initiated a while back, and Gabe's team has been taking point on. And what's neat about this is you partner with an institution like the Harvard Business School, which, aside from being a business school, they're really sort of a global thought leader on new innovation, new business model innovations, new ways of creating value globally, that kind of thing. And they really latched on. I think Gabe and I were guests on a podcast that they host, a couple months ago, and they really latched on to this Braintrust kind of user-controlled network model. And we're kind of using software to cut out the middlemen and reduce fees and enable people, talent to keep 100% of their rate. So they really glommed onto it and then asked if we wanted to be part of kind of a deeper dive case study. And so they spent several hours interviewing some of our clients that are really active on the platform and looking to expand more. So I thought I would share a couple quotes that make us really proud as people building this network, and should make all of you really proud on the talent side. So this first one is from someone named Rena at Align Technology. These are the folks that make the Invisalign, the things that straighten your teeth. Let me just read this here. So, quote, "The talent we've experienced with Braintrust is on a whole different level than we've ever experienced. It's like having high-end, hands-on consultants who can come in and make impact quickly. For 2021, we want to figure out how to use Braintrust more and look forward to talking about it." So this is a clear, like a relatively new client that's come on I think they came on in Q4 and has already had a great experience and is looking to move, more and more of their development efforts over to Braintrust. The second one is from Porsche Digital. This is from a guy named Stefan, who's been, an incredible proponent of Braintrust since the beginning. We met him and his team here in California over a year ago, and now they're, just all in on Braintrust. So let me read his quote. While we've been employing iOS developers through Braintrust that we found in less than a week, we've been trying to find a full-time iOS developer for the last 18 months and still haven't found one. So this is like they put a job on their own job board. It takes a year and a half and they're still searching. Whereas on Braintrust, they're filling roles in under a week. And so it's really, really a testament to, first and foremost, the quality of everyone, all the talent, especially the approved talent group on this call. Second, kind of this new model where we are letting talent keep 100% of their rate. So we're attracting the best talent and being really transparent about who does the work. And that creates, a far better client experience. So those are just a couple of things I wanted to share. Gabe, did you want to add anything else here?
Yeah, I'd love to. Hey guys, hello everyone. Happy holidays. I thought I'd do just a little show and tell on some of the design stuff that we've been working on, just so you guys get a behind the scenes tour of things that are going to be coming out. For context, like the last website, or the one that you guys see right now, was built, I think it was built last February and launched in March. So it doesn't really reflect, I would say, the caliber of the community, the caliber of the clients, or like the scale that we're operating at right now. So we're doing a brand refresh, and I thought, no one outside of the core team has seen this yet. So take it easy on me, but know that I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes. So one of the things that we're doing is refreshing all the homepage, and this is all the clients that we've been able to get. I don't know why it's showing a little blurry for me right now, but we'll also have a video. And then we, as Shirley has mentioned in some of the Slack, we actually want to start highlighting more of the talent and enabling people to actually click into talent profiles. So I think Shirley will be reaching out. We're going to be starting to kind of curate some members of the community to be shown up on the homepage. And then talking about how the model works for both sides. A bunch of testimonials from big customers and press, and then downloadable assets there. And I'll show you a couple more things here, which just might rebuilding the page for our talent community, highlighting some of the jobs that are on the platform, and then showing exactly kind of how it works to go from setting up the profile. We realize we actually don't do a great job of that right now for all of you. So trying to advance how we tell the story, and also how we show how the actual platform works for you guys. And then I think you guys have seen you might have seen some of this. Showing for the client side, basically the advantages of using Braintrust versus traditional hiring and traditional paths. So those are just a couple of the kind of the aesthetic changes. And then I think some of you saw this. We just released this last week. Was an innovation playbook for enterprises. So this has some of the kind of the look and the feel of the brand refresh that you'll see here. And this was just released last week, and it's about a 35-page book that we released to help enterprises. So I think what we'll see from this is a lot more big enterprises starting to come in over the coming months. So that's just a quick show and tell there on the design side. We anticipate refreshing and relaunching the websites end of January. Along with some product refresh on both the talent and the enterprise side. So those have been some of the things that we've been working on in the background for you guys.
Super exciting, Gabe. Thank you so much for showing us. We really care about how you think, and you're building the network with us. So we want to show you as it's in progress and not something that's perfect right away. But I wanted to emphasize, if there are projects that you would like us to include on our website, we want to showcase you. So please get in touch with Megan on Slack or email, or send it to me. If you have questions, whether or not this is the type of projects we want, we're here to answer your questions. But the goal is to showcase you. Okay. So with that, I wanted to share a really exciting contest that we're actually running for designers. I have designers in the house. I see a lot of you. And so it's the 4th annual Invisible Talks conference. Is happening virtually on January 14th. It's a conference by designers for designers. This year they have some speakers, including Alistair Simpson. He's VP of Design from Dropbox. Renee Reed, UX Design Research at LinkedIn, and many more. So a lot of this will be hands-on workshops, gallery tours, and also some creative surprises. So not just webinar format. Braintrust has partnered with Invisible Talks to host a winter design contest. I'm dropping in the website down here to Invisible Talks. So designers, if you're interested, or anyone who's interested in the design process or the creative process by industry leaders, check out that link. What we're gonna do is we're hosting a design contest. You create a Zoom background with the theme of Winter Wonderland. 3 winners will get comp tickets to the conference. It's a $150 value ticket each. All submissions will get 30% off. Okay, the contest runs from today until January 11th. I've created an official contest landing page for you to go take a look at contest details. For those who do not wish to participate, but you are interested in the design talks, we also have a Braintrust 10% off coupon. If you're interested in that, please send me a Slack message and I will DM you the coupon code. Next, the latest on the Way Work Should Work podcast, we have Shelly Osbourne. She's a VP of Learning at Udemy. Adam and Gabe interviews her. She talks about upskilling for employees at companies. For those of you who don't know about our podcast, I am pasting it also in the chat. We interview a lot of industry leaders, enterprise leaders on distributed work, future of work topics, really to serve as a lead gen for clients, but lots of interesting topics. I highly recommend a listen or two to understand the type of topics that we're talking about. And finally, a quick update. We are going to start building our Instagram account. I know we've been focused on LinkedIn and Twitter, and that's because demand generation has been top priority, getting jobs onto the platform. But at the same time, Instagram is one of the fastest growing platforms, or the largest platforms that everyone uses, no matter if you're a hiring manager or just anyone. Right? So we want to make sure that we're communicating to people, building our brand, and connecting with people interested in freelancing, the future of work on all the platforms that they exist on, Instagram being one of them. I will try my best to start with Instagram strategy, but I know many of you are better than me at this. So please, if you are interested in helping me create our Instagram account, hit me up. We also have a crowdsourced document of Instagram ideas, accounts to look at, inspirations, hashtags to use. If you help contribute, I will send you Braintrust. I sent that document in chat. We already have several of you who contributed. I thank you very much. Okay, next, exciting sales updates. Grady, take it away.
Awesome. Hey guys. So for those of you who don't know, so Grady here, work a lot on the client side for us. So we've actually got a team now that's growing. So we've got 5 core team members as part of the Braintrust core sales team, working with our clients to uncover kind of opportunities and new places where we can help them with your talent. So if people do reach out to you, I just want to run through names real quick so you know who they are. So we've got Megan was nice enough to post up kind of the whole team on Slack, I think on Friday, so you know kind of who we are. But we've got Pierre and myself who are managing most of our enterprise clients on the new sales side. We've got Patrick Sievers, who we just brought in, and he's managing the relationships with a number of our kind of larger customers' current accounts. And then we've got Nick Hensley, who's running kind of all of our SMB, kind of small, medium business accounts. So a lot of the jobs going up for kind of non-name brand logos, you're going to see him there. So feel free to reach out with questions, that type of stuff. And then we've got Anna Hubble, who's helping us kind of on the new sales side, drive new leads and bring in new customers for our sales team to go work with. So just wanted to give you guys an all update. We are growing kind of month over month, adding probably about a person a month now. So we do have 5 of us. As far as sales go and what you guys are interested in, so getting new jobs onto the platform, you know, November, I think we announced like November was our biggest month ever, both from, most jobs revenue wise going out to talent, as well as like number of new hires. December, we've already surpassed November. And we still have 2 weeks left in the month, given holidays, that type of stuff, but really trending in the right directions. We're seeing a lot of jobs go up. We're seeing a lot of companies right now kind of in the last 45 days prepping for 2021, which means there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. So we're getting contracts done and vendor approvals set up so that we can really hit the ground running in January and February, getting a lot of new jobs up on the platform. New hires kind of in the last 30 days. So a lot of our big enterprises continue to hire and continue to love us. You heard a lot of what Adam was saying, just great feedback across the board as we've been doing some Q4 check-ins and then some 2021 planning from our customers. So we've had, Stanley X come in pretty hot with a number of hires. We've got Porsche Digital, and then we've just moved into Porsche Cars North America, helping them with a number of roles, data science and some others. Pacific Life continues to be pretty strong for us. Home Care Assistance, Coursera, Autolist, TaskRabbit are all making hires over the last 30 days. And then we've got a whole host of kind of small businesses who are coming in very quickly, from TrueU to Hover to Peoplehood, Y Media, and a number of others. And then I think we've got probably close to a record number of openings right now on platforms. So jump in there, refer your friends. We're always looking for great talent to fill them. And then I thought I would just let you guys know, kind of teeing up for Q1, Jan, Feb. And for you guys that have been doing this a while, you probably all know, like, everybody's kind of getting their budgets locked in November, December timeframe. And then really all the open recs come in January, February. So companies that we're anticipating, coming up here very shortly are going to be Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Sun Life, Staples, Under Armour, Starbucks, American Eagle, Yelp, Keller Williams, Intuit, Honda, and just a ton of big logos, guys, with a lot of really interesting work to be done, kind of all across the gambit, from product to design to engineering to a lot of IT support as well. So just want to give you guys a bit of a preview there. And then kind of lastly, in my section, we're always looking for great connections, both on the client and on the talent side. So definitely ping me or Anna on our team. If there's any, previous clients you've worked at or people at large enterprises that you just think would be, great users and we'd be able to help them out in finding them good talent, we're open ears and we're always looking to reward people with more Trust to be able to do that stuff. So ping me or ping Anna with any questions kind of on that front as well. Cool.
I just have a quick question. How do we refer clients?
Yeah, so referring clients, I would say the easiest way is going to be either Slack, myself, or Anna Hubble, or shoot us a quick email. And ideally, we'll set up like a quick call with you just to make sure that we've got it all nailed, and we can do it, email, whatever works easiest for you. I'll put my email in the Slack channel. I'd say just ping me separately and we'll take that one.
Thank you, Grady.
Any other questions? Yes. Cool.
Thanks, Grady. Next, we have Patsy. Patsy is new to our call. Would you like to introduce yourself, what city you're in, where do you normally live, and what your role with the team is?
Thank you, Shirley. Hi, guys. Most of you I've met already, or at least a good chunk of you. So hi to all the ones that I know. Nice to meet you to all the ones that I don't yet, but I will for sure soon. So I'm Patsy. I'm the newest addition to the talent team. I've been here for roughly 2 months now. So what I'm doing is I'm getting to know you, your skills, your experience, your profiles, and then I'm making personalized recommendations to our clients and making sure that you're getting the right interviews and the right roles. And Shirley asked where I am currently. It's always a super long intro. I'm right now in Central Europe visiting my parents in Slovakia, the country of my origin. But normally you will see me working from Montreal, Canada, where I'm moving. So yeah, and today I want to just share with you a couple of jobs that my colleagues and I need to share, need to put your attention to. Those are like super challenging, but super interesting and real like worth it jobs that we want to fill for our awesome clients. And I actually want to start with where kind of Grady left off, which is referrals. So he was right when he said that we're always looking for the best talent to kind of fill those roles. So when I'm going through these, the ones that are open, the ones we need to fill, that is like the biggest demand right now on, if it's not a fit for you, but you know somebody who would be amazing for this and who's currently open, please ping me anytime, refer them, just reach out to me on Slack, reach out to Michelle, reach out to Eva, who are my colleagues on the talent team. We're always there to kind of, grab that information. And the best way also is to just use your referral link, because that's how you're kind of getting the tokens. So once you kind of log in to your profile, just go to your dashboard, like it's going to take you to your dashboard. Go to the wallet, copy your referral link. That's how you're getting your tokens into your wallet. And then just make an email intro or Slack or whatever. So please keep your eyes open for interesting opportunities and folks that could be interested in them. So for the ones that we're currently filling and that we want you to know about, we have some interesting clients, good human. If you're at all interested in environment, sustainability, ethical thinking, all things ethical, we're looking for a full stack iOS Flutter developer. We're looking for several mobile positions at the moment. So for other like iOS position, we have our client Nextdoor right now that is open, that we're still looking for new candidates. So Nextdoor is another really kind of a company with a mission. So they're kind of building communities, connecting neighbors. You probably have heard of them. They're also looking for an Android developer. So like all things mobile there. Next, I want to make sure you know about is Y Media Labs, which is this like super interesting company. They're like a digital product agency, and they're just creating this product that exports Silicon Valley to the world. Like it's a crazy thing. And they're looking for a senior QA engineer. We haven't yet been able to fill this position. So if you're interested, if that's up like right up your alley, if you know somebody who would be interested, just make sure that you know that this position is open and we're hiring. Then we have Spin, which is a scooter company. Basically, they're focused on mobility, and they're like this company that is like running scooters in cities, and they're looking for a embedded engineer with a really deep experience with C. So just again, if that's your thing, if you're interested in mobility, if you've worked with C, ping me or ping Michelle, who's actually the one leading this position. And then we have a special chapter, designers. We have been seeing this like inflow of designer roles into the platform. So most of them are like pretty senior, I would say. We have one with Porsche, senior UI UX designer, and then we have this super interesting and pretty challenging role for a very senior designer with Keller & Williams. So all of you based in States must know Keller & Williams, like this huge real estate company. They're in like other parts of the world as well. Definitely grab that opportunity. Ping me. I'm the one leading that. So I'll be happy to chat. Like they want specifically somebody really focused on the UX. So if that's you, I'm here. And then we have some opportunities that are not so typical, like maybe they're like one of the new, like freshly mixed into the typical thing. We're looking for an associate product manager for this amazing company that is focused on psychedelic medicine, and they're building this like huge database, basically, that's going to be the ultimate source of truth for psychedelic medicine around the world. So if you know somebody who would be great for an associate product manager, ping me again, or a program management lead, which is like a super experienced project manager. And we're looking for one position there for our client, Big Sky Health. So again, all of those are posted on the platform. Those are the ones we're currently really placing the focus on. We want them to be closed in the upcoming weeks. And those are like super huge, interesting clients close to our heart. So help us fill them. Questions, guys? Any questions about the positions that I just mentioned or anything?
Thank you, Patricia. Are all of these positions currently on the job board?
Yes, they are, all of them.
Okay, and really important, we have a new jobs channel in Slack, and we try our best to post to that whenever new positions come on. There will be opportunities where before we post the position, we already know it's coming down the pipe. That will ping you also through Slack, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled. Thank you so much, Patsy, for your update.
My pleasure. I'm hoping to hear from you guys, pinging me all on Slack all the time that you're interested in these. Thank you. Thank you, Shirley.
Of course. And so, one of the things that we try to do is peer-to-peer education here at Braintrust. And we have so many people getting jobs every week. We thought it'd be very valuable to have actual talents who won jobs through Braintrust to share their experience and provide any tips that they've done. And with great pleasure, I would like to introduce to you George Garcia, as well as Bill Paratardidis, who have won jobs on Braintrust. So George, would you please go first? You are a UX designer and you recently won a job with Pack Life. Tell us about your background and what was the, application and interview process like? And finally, most importantly, any tips you would give designers looking for roles?
Hi guys, my background, 20 years in the creative industry. The first 10 was visual, a lot of graphic design, and the past 10 has been a lot of user research, understanding the users, having empathy not only for your team members, but having empathy for everybody around you that affects you with your designs. And at the same time, understanding the why of things. Taking always a step back, understanding things, why are you doing them, and how are you bringing value to those things, and then giving them a visual feel and look that incorporates what they're requesting. For the process for Pack Life, I have been, previous to Pack Life, I have been interviewing with a couple of companies through Braintrust, and I was taking the interviews too fast, and I started noticing that it has to go both ways. Some of the interviews, I wasn't fully understanding what they needed, and as they went along, they would change the position. So with Pack Life, I took a step back, and not only when I was marketing and selling myself to them, I really started questioning what were they really looking for, because I noticed that their post was saying one thing and a week later it totally changed. So I started really understanding what were they really looking for, and was I going to be happy? Because it takes to both parties to not only for them to choose somebody that's right for the team, but also for me, because I don't want to waste my time doing something I don't want to do, and I want to give them the best product that I can. So I pushed back a lot on the interview with them, and I asked the questions, and then I clarified as much as I can with all the information that they were posting, so we can be all in alignment and making sure that not only what they were requesting, I was able to fulfill. So that was one of the things that I started learning as I was going through these interviews, slowing down a little bit, really understanding what the need is, and questioning if there's going to be a change, because I'm sure you guys have noticed a lot of jobs out there, whether it's through Braintrust or third parties, where they'll give you a description and it's for a junior role, but the requirements is for a manager or a senior role. And you're like, wait, what's going on? What's happening here? And those things, sometimes they don't even know what they're looking for, because they're trying to fill up a position like they previously mentioned yesterday. So slowing them down a little bit, understanding, having alignment, and then saying, yes, I can do this, or I thought it was going to be this. How do we adjust certain things? Braintrust for me so far has been there on every step of the way, holding my hand, which I love. If I have a question, or if it's a first for me and there's no information on the site because it's constantly being updated, I can always reach out to any of them, and they'll set me up on the calendar right away, hold my hand, and go through the information or through whatever form I need to fill, and making it really easy. We're all learning from each other, and I love this community that if we don't have to have the answer, but we can always understand where we can go from there and build the answer together as a team. And that's what is giving me the confidence to start picking at additional roles and saying, yes, I have the time allowed, or I'm going to leave this and give it to somebody else. Let me see. The last question was,
Any tips?
So again, seek to understand so you can be understood. And it's very basic, taking a step back and slowing down a little bit and understanding that employer, what they're really trying to fill for, because sometimes things move really quick. Having that empathy for that employer, understanding where they're coming from and where do they really need you in that value, so you can show as much value. Market yourself, be confident. It's okay to push back, and it's okay to have those communications. And I think that's what grabbed the attention of Pacific Life, that they were looking just for vector work, graphic design, and that was one of the things that they were describing a lot, mostly production work. When I came in, I challenged some of the things, not only that, but I was ready to fully understand what they were really requesting. And they saw me as being engaged. So then they upped the ante by saying, okay, we know that you can do the production work. Now we really want you to think and help us with all these other things. So then now they rely on me more than just production work. And I think those things can help everybody have a better communication and expectation of what you're getting into and grabbing best opportunities for yourselves.
Thank you so much, George. That was really great, more than I expected. So George have done extensive work on Sling TV. You can see in his portfolio, and you can tell because of his dedication and how much he cares about a certain client, he is awarded responsibilities in numerous different, I would say, components of a project. And I remember first speaking with George when bringing him on board, what struck me, he stood out to me. Because number one, let's talk about the power skills. He's very likable over video. I'm talking to him and he smiles to me, he's friendly, but he's super curious. He asked me so many questions about Braintrust, about the opportunity. And it just made me feel like I'm talking to someone who's engaged with me, not just a random person over Zoom. So, hats off to you, George. Aside from your experience being a talented freelancer, it's also being a person that can communicate very well over video. Next, we have Bill. Bill won a project. He's an engineer, won a project with TaskRabbit. Bill's been one of our favorites with the Braintrust team. And I would love for you to share your experience. What's your background? What's the TaskRabbit project about? And any tips you would share with the community?
Hi, thanks a lot, Shirley. Thanks for introducing me. So I'm an engineer here in Greece. I've been primarily a web developer for the past 11 years or so. And this year I decided to take up contracting and freelancing more seriously. So I found the posting for a React Native engineer, which is what I've been primarily working on for the past couple of years. Found it, I don't remember, I think it was on LinkedIn or some other board. And I didn't know it was a TaskRabbit position at the time. So I had an interview with Ava and she told me that it was the TaskRabbit position, which is a company that I've known for a very long time. I actually worked for a very similar product here in Greece. So then I got onboarded and basically the whole process went really, really fast. I think from like submitting my proposal to actually getting the job was about a month. And it was actually just a couple of weeks of interviews. It was just, end of the year, a lot of people were on leave, so it was hard to coordinate that kind of thing. So yeah, everything went really, really quickly. I basically did 4 interviews. One was like really technical. We did a test with another engineer. We did pair programming, and the others were more like seeing if it's a cultural fit, seeing what the responsibilities of the role are going to be. And a couple hours after my last interview, I got the okay that I got the job. So yeah, that was like super exciting. I've been with the team now for about 3 weeks. I started full-time with them this week because I was still engaged with my previous job until the last week. It's been going really great. TaskRabbit actually has a lot of contractors that are not full-time employees, and that's a way of getting like an international team without having to set up offices all around the world, because their main offices are based in California. So I'm part of the platform team. My title is Senior Front-End Engineer of the platform team. Basically, the platform team for TaskRabbit is the team that handles all the sort of internal stuff that everything else works around. So we wanted someone who can sort of bridge the gap between all the different products and can help sort of be a little plug and play with everything. So the role required quite a bit more than just React Native. So it does React and it does Ruby on Rails and other technical jargon here. So yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities, but it's super exciting, like working for like a huge company in the States. And I've written down some notes here for like what I would consider to be some good tips for other people wanting to get good contracts. One is outline your value in your initial proposal. So read what the actual job posting is. Don't just, do the same generic copy for every proposal. Actually see what they want, see what your experience can apply for this particular role, and make sure to outline that. Also work closely with the Braintrust people. Ava really worked hard for me to get this position. We were in communication throughout the whole thing, because the person that was gonna do the initial interview went on leave, and then we had to find another person to sort of do the onboarding. So it was a lot of back and forth, but she really, really helped, and that really showed. Also be honest and open with the people doing the interviews. If you have any caveats, anything that might hold you back, make sure to tell them. It's a lot better than for both of you to find out after you get the job. So for me, one big thing was the time difference, because there's about a 10-hour time difference between here and the California office. And I mentioned that in like the very first interview, like what overlap can we have, how can we make it work? So now basically I work throughout the day by myself, and then I pop in for some meetings around this time in the afternoon with them to sort of catch up and sync up. And also this kind of goes for beyond Braintrust, beyond TaskRabbit. Make sure to prepare some stuff before your interviews, especially when the interviews are going to be technical. So have some things that are going to be some examples or some problems that you faced. I found that a lot of technical interviews kind of follow the same structure. There's going to be some very specific like technical questions, but there's also going to be a lot of experience related questions. So if you have some project that was like really challenging but also interesting, make sure you have that kind of freshened up, like all those kinds of things. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Just try to be open, try to be pleasant, have a conversation. The person on the other end is not a boogeyman, it's another human being. So try to have a connection, as Shirley said. And, if this doesn't work out, something else definitely is. What really attracted me to Braintrust was like super high-end clients, and there's not a really sort of race to the bottom that you see in a lot of freelance platforms. I made a bid. I actually bid at the highest range that TaskRabbit was willing to offer, and they just accepted that. So yeah, that's about it for me.
That's awesome, Bill. You made a bid, the highest bid you can, and they accepted. Well, testament to you and how you communicate to them throughout the whole process. And once again, I would just highlight from my experience interacting with Bill, how he really stood out to me is how much he cares and how engaged he is. When you have someone proactively reaching out to you and communicating to you, definitely they're top of your mind versus someone who just responds one-liner or one-worder when you reach out. So both George and Bill have that in common, and no wonder they are top of mind when it comes to clients. Thank you so much, both of you, for sharing with us today. Next, very excitingly, we have Mark Williams. Mr. Williams, please share your updates.
All righty. Thank you, George and Bill, for sharing those stories, first of all, and thank you everyone for joining us. I am excited for 2020 to move on and jump into 2021. So thank you for everyone who has just joined. This will still count as early in Braintrust history. So you joined right at the ground floor of this opportunity. And for those of you who have been around a long time, thank you for putting up with us as we have built this and just done what I think is historic work of getting this many clients in. If we look at December of last year, who we had, and that client logo list that Grady shared, it's truly mind-boggling. I never would have bet that we would have that many great enterprise clients. So it's a real testament to the sales team's work and then all of your talent profiles that we're able to show people to get them on board. So really a great year. 2021 is going to be even better for sure. Just briefly, we always like to share kind of what has just launched or what's about to launch in the application side. This last month, since our last all hands, has been really focused on invoicing. This is kind of behind the scenes. There hasn't been a lot of changes to what you see on the invoicing side, but to enable us to pay you guys at net 30 or as fast as the client pays us. You've probably heard me say that before when you ask the question, when do I get paid? We pay as soon as the client pays or at net 30 days, whichever is sooner. And to enable all of that on the back end, we've done a lot of work just to make sure this is running as smoothly as possible. So we get you paid as fast as possible. That's really our main goal. Other than those invoicing improvements, smaller, but I think pretty exciting changes, and a lot of these were based on your feedback from either the talent side or the client side. One is getting feedback on your proposals. I know it doesn't feel good submitting a proposal and then not hearing back. You spend a good amount of time crafting that, learning about it, and to not hear back is just not great. And so we always try to share feedback with you if we have heard something about how any interviews have gone. But we just launched overnight, actually, so this is brand new, a way for you to see feedback if clients leave feedback on your proposal. Because what happens when you submit a proposal, they can move you into screening on their side and share different notes with their internal team, their hiring managers, if more than one person is involved with that decision. And if they do go in and share feedback, we are showing that to you on the job card itself. So you should be able to see some more information. And again, this is kind of dependent on whether the client wants to enter that or not. It's not required for them to do so, but hopefully we're getting you more feedback on your proposals. And we really do encourage clients to share that with us also, so we make sure we're finding them the best people, and then it also lets you guys know why you may have been passed over for a certain role. Also up next, this is long overdue, but adding some better text editors to all of our profile fields, and then on the client side, the job post fields. You guys don't see this part, but it's a kind of a difficult, time-consuming process to get these up working with clients, and so we're mostly saving our sales team a bunch of time with this. And hopefully just making it easier to interact with our product across the board. Similarly with that is the image handling. So there's going to be a lot better image handling to scale, crop, move your profile pics and project cases. So for those new people, I know you've gone through and seen what's required to get a profile approved. Those project cases are right up top, front and center, because they're so important to the hiring managers who are looking at profiles. And we've seen a lot of success. Like your pictures tell 1,000 words. So no one wants to look through a giant text brick resume. They like seeing what you've actually done and highlight what your interests are. And especially if you can have those align with the projects that you are submitting proposals to, it really helps. They see, oh, this person has already done it. Great, I'm going to interview them right away. Upcoming next in January, we talked about a little bit when George was talking about the back and forth on how a job posting changed over time. As that client interviewed more people, they kind of honed their requirements. We see this happen not too often, but especially right when they found the right person and they're about to make that hire on our platform. There's just a lot of data that we have to make sure is correct, just to make sure both sides are aligned. So start date, what the rate is, what the title is, if you're using your own hardware, if there's any additional non-disclosure agreement the client has. A lot of these, it seems like it would be easy for us to get everything up front in the job post itself, but no one really wants to talk about it until they found that right person. And so once they found you, things move very quickly, and we're just going to clean all of that up on the platform. So there's hopefully not so much email back and forth, and make it just transparent to everyone involved what's happening there. And then continuing invoicing improvements. So you'll keep seeing some improvements here to make this easier for you, really with that goal, again, of making sure the clients see what they need to see quickly to get those paid and get that money to you as soon as possible. Any questions on the product side before I kick it back to Shirley? Beautiful.
Super
Thanks
exciting.
again, everyone.
Yeah, Mark, I love the client feedback one. I mean, this is one that a lot of people have been asking for. So really looking forward to seeing that on the platform. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap up real quick with a fun trivia. So we do this thing at the end of each of our all hands, essentially. I'm going to ask you a live trivia question, and the first person who gets the answer right, how you answer is through the chat box. Okay, send it to everyone. Don't just send it to me. Gets Braintrust, and I'll award that to you right after this call. Okay, I am going to paste the question also in the chat box so you can read it. What Christmas themed ballet premiered in St. Petersburg, Russia in 1892?
The sugar plum fairy thing. Oh, we have to write it down. Whoops.
We've got some people that are really, really fast. Let's see. Fabio says no clue. I love it. Dance of the Sugar Plum. That's a theme song. Okay, everyone knows this one. It's the Nutcracker. Our winner is Will Newhart. And so I had to keep our holiday theme through and through, right? So thank you so much, everyone, for spending time with us on this Monday, this holiday week. The entire Braintrust team wants to wish you a wonderful holiday with or without family. We're actually thinking of you, believe it or not. So wishing everyone the best of spirits and good health. We will see you in 2021.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
You.
Bye, everyone. Bye.